What's poppin', and welcome to a very special edition, rainy day edition of Popcorn. And sobrang maulan, may sipon ako, pero tuloy-tuloy, walang makakapigil sa atin. On today's episode, we have a super exciting episode. Tagal ko nang gustong gawa ng episode to. It's a hello, love, goodbye discussion episode with our extra special co-host, Miss Pilosa Potania
grabe
herself.
Grabe na hype up naman ako masyado. Kala mo naman parang OFW episode, very in-import pa talaga for the content.
Fresh from her TED Talk in Spain.
I mean like, oh my God. As in, I've also wanted to actually do this podcast. Parang na-excite ako to just get into pop culture or whatever. Pero parang...
And actually, even before I started this, diba nag-uusap na tayo?
Yeah, we like, discussed this.
Last year, it's like, hey, if I start my podcast, can I have you on the show? And we're here.
And we're here.
So
and we're here.
Nath Chua.
Feel ko talaga ito yung topic
the
na...
elusive Twitter chantus.
Grabe, baka makancel ako niyan na. Charot!
So actually, pag-usapan natin yun.
I love it. Cancelled agad. Sige.
So anong mensahe mo sa mga bashers mo online?
Okay, I never think of it as bashers per se. I feel like when it comes to Twitter, parang, I don't know, I've had my Twitter account for maybe 8 years. Mm-hmm. And like, parang minsan you have to think, okay, this outrage, what is it towards? Is it towards certain aspects of your personality? Is it towards certain parang behavior? And for me, I've learned, it's been a learning. I mean, parang, I'm sure anybody who's been ever cancelled will say, I'm learning, I'm growing my pa-apology via notes app pa, diba? Pero parang for me...
But you've never done that.
I've said sorry several times. Like,
but not like in a...
Yeah, exactly. Parang for me, I think when I do apologize, because for me, I feel like when I make a mistake, it's more on a bigger platform. Mm-hmm. So my mistake is magnified, which I accept. Like, I accept na that happens, when I can come off as insensitive, when I even also really have to check myself. So when it comes to my tone, oh my God, I had to learn a lot.
Yes.
Like, sometimes I realize na a lot of my friends would say sometimes parang, okay lang naman yung sinabi mo bakit ka na-cancel or something.
Yeah.
Pero parang when you take it maybe not in context of who I am and what I tend to think or what I tend to talk about, parang okay, makita mo mali siya.
At 280 characters.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to figure out, okay, when you are saying something, how much does it fit in that space, in the atmosphere of the online world. Parang minsan there's some, like for me, timing and context really matters. So I mean, like, that's something I have learned to calibrate more. I hate the idea of having a personal brand. Kasi people are like, parang, a personal brand, that's, you have to be witty, you have to be these certain things. And parang for me, people are more than that. Like, more than a personal brand. And especially mga influencer. Like, ayoko talaga pag tinatawag akong influencer or whatever. Yeah. Parang, kill me. Like, kill me before you call me an influencer. Kasi it comes off as very shallow na. So parang, I don't know. I'm just someone who has a lot to say, and sometimes I get it wrong. I am learning that's...
And that's so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone... Sabi nga ni Hannah Montana, everybody makes mistakes. And everybody has their mistakes.
Hindi, kaya kinakabahan ako sa podcast na to. Parang it's on record.
It's actually the Nathania Chua roast special. For all the Nat Chua fanatics out there.
Grabe.
So, kamusta naman ang Spain? I mean, you've been in Spain for the last 2 years. And luckily enough, we got to catch her.
Gosh, yeah. 2 years, wow. Like, I think it's been going a lot faster than I imagined. And a lot of my friends would always say, parang di ka naman umalis Parang ang ingay-ingay ko daw online.
Actually, hindi ko nga napansin na 2 years ka nang nawala. Like, I graduated, exactly. I knew you left, and then you've been back several times. Yeah. But, parang, wow, when we were talking about it earlier during lunch, I was like, what?
It's been 2 years.
2 years na pala. So parang, time goes by like a flash talaga.
It's been crazy. Parang for me, like doing my master's and then now my PhD, it's felt very fast. Parang shocks, parang ang bilis ko nang tumanda. Parang feel ko every time I come back, parang I don't know, I feel like it's been some time, but it's like everything has changed but nothing has changed. Parang may ganong effect siya na parang when I come back, ay nako, lumala na naman traffic. Oh, shucks, parang ang dami ng signs in Chinese ngayon. Mga ganon
oh my gosh, that's true.
So ang dami ko nang napapansin because I'm only in Manila 2 times a year. Parang nakikita ko yung changes like when it goes. Pero parang it's still Manila. Alam mo yun? Yung parang ganun yung feel. And for example, with my friends, there's still my friend. Like there's nothing much that has changed, but also ang daming small changes. So I don't know what exactly yung like what's it been going towards. Yeah.
Pero meron ka na ba mga I'm sorry mom moments dahil
in terms
Spain
of
ka?
in terms of
Si Teddy ang
but I mean like for when it comes to like the challenges and like oh my god with my parents also tipong I'm sorry ma wala na akong pera ganun hindi naman parang
Mom sorry. Ano yun? Nung nagka-crisis sa Spain.
Nung nagka-crisis sa Spain, yung mga teachers sinabi nila, hindi daw ako sa mga magagaling kaya nasisante, gano'n. Hindi, magaling. Okay, to be fair, umaabot naman ako. Di pa ako nasisisante sa bilang PhD student. So, what I think is that like my experience in Ateneo as an undergrad and also as in teaching as an instructor, parang feel ko it prepared me for a lot of challenges. So tipong I don't know, I really feel like when I think about it now, when I compare undergrad or the college experience in Spain versus Manila or Philippines, parang tino-torture talaga tayo. I really think grabe I really think yung workload, the approach versus there like it feels so chill. I mean my master's was really...
And you get to go
like
to the beach.
Exactly. Yeah, so parang for me I get to travel a lot. Like that's something I've enjoyed in my stay in Europe. Tapos parang but when I look at the undergrad experience, grabe sobrang sprak mga bata doon. As in like they don't even go out at like 10 or 11. They start partying at 1. As in yun palang pasimula pa lang yung party. They start partying at 1 or 2.
Because they have time to actually
I guess so. I also don't know. Like I used to live in the college dorm for 1 year during my masters, and
then you turned into a PBB housemate.
Tapos oh my god, the housemate experience. So from dorm to housemate. So I moved out of the dorm because it was very maingay, as in yung mga bata, parang they come home at 6 a.m. You could hear it in the corridor, pinaprank pa nga ako, kakatok sila, tapos tatakbo sila, diba? Parang, I hated it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna move to another place in my town, in my barrio. And then, so I ended up in a house that was shared with four other housemates na from my school rin. So it's a mix of master students and one was an undergrad, and like it was very PBB nga actually. Like when you
and make actual PBB house stories ka on Twitter. So go check that out sa at Pilosopotan.
Parang paano pag na-expose ako? Parang,
may hashtag ba yun sa Twitter?
Some people have asked me like, paano na, kasi this September, I renewed my lease and I have 4 new housemates. So it's second season. Na-evict na silang lahat. Ako yung big winner. Lalaban ulit ako this September.
So, follow niyo siya for those updates. It's super funny to read.
Oh my God. Sige, I'll do my best. Charot.
Pero before we move on to the first segment of the show, of course, how was that experience? Kasi from Twitter TED Talks, you actually got to be a TED
Thank
Talk
you for
speaker.
coming to my TED Talk. For real. Yeah, that was really great. Like, how did that thing even happen? Like, I was approached by the team in my school. They said, hey, we're doing one on Generation Why Not, yun yung theme. Like, they wanted to feature young people sort of trying to make a difference or whatever. I don't even think I'm making a difference yet. But I was like, okay, I'm game to give a Filipina experience there. Like, I mean, I'm sure everyone there is white and, a Western point of view. And I wanted to sort of be different in that way. So parang for me, I felt like my TED Talk, I had to represent. Like, that was...
So what did you, like...
So
it's on video na rin, diba?
Yes, it's on YouTube. You can just search parang Nathania Chua TEDx Talk Esade. And choosing the topic was very difficult for me kasi parang, okay, I have so many different things that are close to my heart. Like, for example, my Filipino experience, women empowerment, youth empowerment. Like, I've been involved in a lot of different sort of advocacies, I guess. And parang to choose one felt like picking a favorite child. Parang, shucks, paano na to? And I even considered like Filipino food, like how much I love it. So I was like, okay, what would be effective and what is my expertise in? So my PhD is in management, but I touch on sort of education. And also my experience as an instructor in Ateneo was something that was super important for me. So I chose to talk about teaching and parang how teaching is a force for parang social empowerment. Na, alam mo yung these days, people would say the prof sucks, they don't care about them. But I think that when you're a teacher and you have that authority and power, parang it's such a important role being in front of the classroom that I felt like I wanted to sort of give a focus on that.
And you don't really realize when you're a student how much your prof is helping you, or even your grade school, high school teachers, how much they mean. And some mean people in like exclusive schools, for example, na parang, ano ba yan? Buisit yung teacher na yan. Pero once you look back, now that you're older,
so you get it. Sometimes you get it, or sometimes parang in retrospect, shit, talagang bulok. Can I say the...
Yeah.
So, like, when you look back at a lot of experiences, for example, if I ask you now, who, like, is your favorite teacher? Who is your favorite teacher of all time? Parang kung ganon, paano? Like, how would you talk about it? Like, because whenever you say, who's your favorite teacher, who's your, what memorable, or even the worst, diba? We won't talk about the worst, diba? Let's not name names.
Yeah.
But when you look at those things, parang, easily meron kang maiisip na memorable eh.
And
so,
not just school related topics, but actual parang how to deal with life or how to mingle with people because they're important. Yeah. So anyway, enough about that. Let us go to our first segment of the show. Dahil may pupuntahan pa ako after this.
Go lang. Let's get through it.
Before that, just a recap of the last episode. We featured Annie, a Cinemalaya movie from 2019. So go listen to that and all other episodes of Popcorn on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever podcasts are streamed. And of course, follow us on social media. That's at Popcorn with Cholo, at Popcorn W Cholo on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and follow Nat as well in all her platforms and her blog. So, as per usual, we have our popcorn or our pop culture kernels of the week, and our reactions. Is it a yes, a sax, a sad, or a pass? So, very Pinoy yung buong episode na to. Mas Tagalog na tayo more than usual, which is great because yun naman talaga yung...
Kailangan practice. Parang, for me, parang buong taon na ako nag-i-English. Naka-nosebleed, Sharon. Parang gusto ko na mag-Tagalog. Parang
sige, push natin yan.
Oh my God.
So, ito na. So, unahin muna natin, siguro, Probinsyano just had its 1,000th episode.
Grabe.
So, congrats to them. I guess it's a yes. I mean, to have had that much episodes.
1,000! My gosh. Feel ko parang patay na ako, nandun pa rin yung Probinsyano.
Hindi ko na alam kung ano nangyayari. Yung huling alam ko yung parang saga with the president na si...
okay.
Si kapatid ni Randy Santiago, si Roel Santiago was the president, all that. But aside from that, parang last year pa yata yung story na yun. So, hindi ko alam. Pero congrats to ABS-CBN, Coco Martin. Hindi pa namamatay si Cardo hanggang ngayon. So, it's a yes, I guess. It's a yes for me.
Yes as well. I mean, shit, going strong talaga yung
going strong. Sana all. Next. So apparently, may Trouble in Paradise with Ellen Adarna and John Lloyd Cruz. May mga articles saying that she actually said John Lloyd was being too weird and they're just co-parenting at this point their child,
too
si Elias.
Weird.
Elias
Parang kakaiba yung I mean, John Lloyd as a person, he's very he's an enigma, I would say. Parang you have his on-screen roles and then you see how he is maybe in real life based at least on what's reported. And
parang mas iba na siya ngayon compared to the packaged John Lloyd.
Grabe. Parang pwede mong sabihin mo na ng ingat po ulit. Parang yun na.
So, yun. Actually, sabi daw nila, si Ellen filed a TPO against John Lloyd. So, we don't know the details about that. But for me, sobrang chismis na lang tong nangyayari dito. It's a sax because I don't really care too much about the relationship.
For me, like, when it comes to showbiz, like, pag mga ganito, parang if you're not sure, ganun, parang sabihin mo kapag sigurado ka na, pag break na or parang okay, what's going on.
Parang it's a private matter.
It feels like it, especially because parenting is involved, diba?
And John Lloyd hasn't really been in
exactly
limelight
the projects
for a while now.
Yeah. So he deserves every right to lay low.
Yeah. So it's the sax.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, yeah.
And lastly, in our popcorns for the week, the national pressing issue.
Grabe to.
It's the return of Julia Barretto, Bea Alonzo, and Gerald Anderson.
My gosh, that Instagram post, we need to talk about it. As in, parang ano ba yung line
So, babasahin ni Nat with feeling.
Hindi, gusto ko lang yung ito. Parang, you can play victim all you want, but I refuse to be your victim. Parang ganon.
Pero ito pa, this is me setting myself free and getting my soul back. So, basically, what Julia Barretto is saying in her latest Instagram post, where she did post a throwback picture of her and as a kid and Bea Alonzo as like a young adult, saying na her patience has been tested because of all the bashing. This has been turned into somewhat of a national concern because of, we talked about this on the last episode as well, but it wasn't, parang namatay siya for a while, pero bumalik ulit siya.
Yeah, no, like, with this Instagram post, it changes everything.
It changes everything. And, she's just saying, why did you have to drag me into this?
Yeah.
I mean, Bea didn't even say her name.
No,
so.
That's the thing. That what's unique about this development is that it specifically targets Bea. Parang, before kasi parang, they're just talking about the bashers in general, they're commenting on the memes, they're commenting on the national sentiment. Pero ito, may atake na eh. May atake na. And grabe. Parang, I like yesterday, I was getting milk tea. Tapos, people are talking about it. Like, even, I was also at the grocery, you could hear people saying, Julia, Bea, Gerald. Like, you cannot escape
and
whether
was
digital
a worldwide trending topic for a day.
My gosh.
Even in my office, my boss was like, oh, can I ask you a question? And we talked about it for 20 minutes in a meeting.
Grabe.
So, it's crazy. And
it has gripped the nation.
Aside from that, it's been all over Twitter. Julia's classmates from St. Paul.
Everyone's posting like throwback na rin.
Parang saying na, di ka naman, why are you saying those things? Ikaw nga yung nagbubuli during our school days.
Everyone's got a take on it. And
even like, Gretchen Barretto, again, dipped into the issue. The tita ni Julia, saying Team Bea all the way.
My gosh, like the Barretto, like I remember, when this issue came out, I went over the whole Barretto family feud, the timeline from when nung bata pa lang sila. Like I watched.
This should be a whole episode.
Yeah, you can check on YouTube the Buzz special reports ni Boy Abunda na pinakita niya how the Barretto feud has developed from childhood to what it was in the early 2000s. Parang grabe.
That's crazy.
Like,
and I think medyo it's funny that Gretchen's doing this, but at the same time, pamangkin mo yan.
I can't imagine.
Pinapatulan mo yung
I can't imagine like being in that family. Like,
they deserve their own reality show one day.
Exactly. I would watch that. I would actually watch that. Parang yung, kung isipin mo yung drama nila, mas malala pa sa Kardashian eh.
Yeah.
Parang this is intense. Like,
even Associate Justice Marvick tweeted, Dear Bea and Julia, is he really worth it? Pero in the midst of this all, Gerald has been out of the picture.
He gave that one interview about like I think he mentioned na parang this is very sad and he really doesn't want to talk about it because it's his private life, and he was saying na parang in defense of not in defense, but diba si Bea said na as far as I know biglang di na lang niya ako kinausap.
We just stopped talking.
So
he just stopped
talking. He just stopped talking to me. Parang ganun. And then Gerald's defense to that, I guess, he said something like, kasi we had fight after fight after fight, and parang there's this one big fight na there's this one big fight that parang ano sabi niya, there's this one big fight na parang tama na, like sort of yung nasobrahan ka na siguro. And I guess from there, maybe it wasn't, when that fight
it wasn't
finished,
clear.
it wasn't clear to both parties.
They didn't have legit closure.
Exactly. So,
which makes sense on Bea's side na, you know,
for her to say, oh, he just didn't talk to me. That happens. Yeah.
So, is he really worth it? What do you think?
I mean, come on, look at his history. Like, I mean,
and why is Julia, why is in the first place, why is Julia dragging Bea or attacking Bea? I mean, syempre, siguro mamahal siya or something like that. Pero at the end of the day, why pit women against other women? Exactly. Again, it's not...
I mean, if you look at the timeline of Gerald's relationship and the drama it's caused, parang starting with Kimeral, tapos yung when Kimeral broke down, you had Maha Salvador, you had Sarah Geronimo, and then sino pa ba? And then Bea Alonzo, like as
on
off in between those. Parang kung iisipin mo, like the common factor is Gerald.
Yeah, so it only makes sense.
It kind of makes. I mean, obviously we don't know what went on in those relationships, but like I was watching the other day yung interview ni Kim Chu na umiiyak siya on her birthday because parang although break na sila ng matagal ni Gerald Anderson, I think he went with Maha, who was sort of Kim's sort of best friend.
Yeah, kaya nag-away sila on the set of Ina, Kapatid, Anak.
Yun! Basta parang, for me, like, grabe, ang sakit
Totoo na yata yung awayan nila.
Ang sakit nun, na parang, yeah, you could be over your ex or whatever, but to see that drama going on in your own circle pa rin.
And you have a show together with your best friend.
Yeah.
Na nag-aaway kayo at naging totoo na yung awayan.
Oh my gosh, parang, grabe ka talaga, Gerald. Tingnan mo lahat ng ginawa mo.
Grabe yung showbiz in general. Pero, ito pa, last na siguro about this issue. They're saying that this is only like some sort of, there's a conspiracy na it's only some sort of distraction from the national concerns. Yeah. What do you think about this?
I mean, you could say that about entertainment in general.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a very shallow... For me, I read that post on it being a conspiracy theory. I don't agree because you could say that for any issue, and you can say that any issue in any showbiz issue in the light of the political climate that we have, diba? Parang anything can be a distraction. Like, for me, I just think...
Shanty dope.
Yeah, exactly. I just think these are celebrities being makalat as usual. Parang, I don't think they... I don't know. I feel like it's too much of a reach, and saying that takes away from both issues. Na parang, we can talk about what is happening on a national level and the other thing, diba?
Yeah.
Parang, I agree na Filipinos can be very distracted when it comes to showbiz.
And I guess it speaks more about how Filipinos take the news.
Yeah.
Although this is probably being reported elsewhere, this is what they choose to sensationalize and make memes about instead of the actual national issues, which a lot of people are probably aware of anyway. So it's kind of a mix.
And you think of it as a distraction because nga napaka-toxic ng political climate na parang shocks every day. For me, when I was in Spain, like every day I read the news, it puts me in a bad mood. And I still, like, you have to think about what does it mean to care for yourself in the midst of bad news every day. Like, may ginawa na naman si Duterte. My colleagues every lunchtime would say, my international colleagues, so they'd say, in our newspaper, Duterte's featured again. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, nahihiya ako. So parang, you would understand why
you choose to
you would choose
topic.
Exactly yung masa talaga na bakit ito na lang kasi digestible siya kasi you feel like you can have a say on
and
things.
You have a connection with sort of connection with the private lives of artistas. Pero yun nga, I mean, you're right. I mean, I also have a friend in the US na magme-message lang siya ng random links na Duterte. I'm like, I'm not even surprised at this point.
Parang you don't want to be, like, it's your country and it's your politics, but you don't want that to just be you. And that's what's the news cycle does to you. Parang it wears you down. And that's why for me, I feel like, sometimes people say, but parang ang vocal mo on showbiz. Like, ang dami mong pinagsasabi. And for me, it's what's relevant and what's on people's minds. And you take the national pulse that way, diba? parang, I don't know, that's why for me, like, post, like, looking at it as conspiracy theory, parang medyo weak siya. Yun lang yung how I would view it. Yeah.
Well, this is still a developing story. Medyo tahimik siya for
where everyone's
the past
waiting
day.
on
Everyone's waiting on Bea's
Bea.
comment.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Baka nandito lang siya sa labas ng sa may bahay ni Nat dahil this is actually a house na nagtatape sila ng mga teleserye.
Bea Alonzo, I think she has, like, I really don't know if she shot here a show, but yun nga, I was trying to remember, like, si Josh Lia hindi pa. Yun yung
Pero may story ka na one time nagising ka lang at nakapambahay ka.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tapos si Jericho Rosales ba yun?
That's a very normal thing that when pag may shooting. So what happens when may shooting sa bahay is they pack up early, they start early, like 3-4 a.m. nagsiset up na sila. So sometimes, like, for example, when I was a college student or even when I was high school, like, magigising na lang ako in my room tapos alam kong maingay sa labas. So I know na the sound of shooting outside my room. Tapos parang marinig mo yung director, okay, cut! Or minsan may nagmumura na, putang ina po! As in, grabe talaga. So, like, one time, parang, like, I don't know, I've said this a lot of times, but Jericho Rosales is such a wonderful, like, among all the artistas who have been here, Salvador as well. Like, these people are memorable because they take the time to say hi, hello sa amin, the people living in this house. Parang, for example, yun nga, nagmamadali nga. Yung kwento ko with Jericho was, nagmamadali ako down the stairs and then going out, and it was rainy that day. And, like, lapit na ako madulas. As in, like, I stepped on a puddle. Tapos, parang siyang umalalay sa akin. Tapos, hindi ko nakita. Tapos, pagtingin ko, oh my God, si Echo na pala yun. Parang ako, shocks, and like, as in, alala ko,
pag-teleserye na yung
pag-teleserye talaga, yun na ba yung meet cute? Siya na ba si Mr. Right? Siya na gano'n. So, as in, alala ko na libre pa siya ng Amber Spaghetti sa amin. So, parang very gracious. Like, I don't know, like, I really remember, like, the celebrities who take the time to also talk to you. Kasi ako nagpapapicture ako madalas sa kanila. And parang, a lot of them are really nice. And then there are some na parang, you would understand why they're so tired. Like, they're 24, 36, 48-hour shoots. Grabe talaga.
And it really makes some mark on you. I mean, working with a lot of personalities. Parang people who are nice often make a mark. Also those who aren't so nice. But, you know, you remember how kind they are. Even if gano'n kalaki silang artista. So parang, you know, it's always nice to have that.
My lola, like, was so happy with Nadine. So Nadine and
Talaga?
James.
Nag-JD na dito?
Nag-JD na dito for a commercial.
Oh.
For, I think it was PS Bank commercial or something. But it was a very quick take and I wasn't here, so hindi ako naka-picture. But my lola at that time was like 99 or 100. She's 103 now.
Wow.
So she's,
Congrats.
so naabutan niya yung
pahingi po ng tips.
Oo,
how to survive.
Parang, basta, like, ayun, nagpa-picture siya kay Nadine. Or I don't know kung JD yung sa picture Nadine lang. Pero, yun nga, as in, tuwa siya. So, parang yun, mga little things like those, like, you would remember sino yung mga mababait. Ganun na,
So, ayun. That is it for The Buzz today. Or our popcorns for the week. Julia, Gerald, and Bea. I guess it's a yes. It's a fun thing to witness on social media.
I mean, more than a yes, for me, it's like, what's next? Like, shucks. Like, everyone is gripped. When the Instagram post came out, I was walking around the house like, hala, like, kala mo ako yung affected. Kala ko ako yung kinancel or something. Pero, grabe, I could not sit. Di ako makapakali talaga. I was walking around like, oh my God. Like, I was messaging everyone. I was posting. Parang, grabe, affected talaga ako.
Sobrang lahat talaga ng tao. Everywhere. So, we will see kung may latest updates pa in our next episodes. But, we will go on a short break. And we'll be back with more popcorn. WWE Live returns to Manila on September 20, Friday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Tickets are now on sale at ticketnet.com.ph or call 911-5555. Catch your favorite WWE superstars, including Roman Reigns, Kofi Kingston, Finn Balor, Charlotte Flair, Xavier Woods, Big E, Asuka, Elias, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev, Bayley, Carmella,
The Iconics, and many more. Hashtag WWE Manila 2019, presented by WWE and Wilbros Live. Talent lineup subject to change.
And we're back here on Popcorn, your stop for all things pop. And ito na po ang pinakahintay nating lahat ng buong sambayan ng Pilipino. Our topic for this week is Hello, Love, Goodbye, the latest film by Star Cinema, Cathy Garcia-Molina, Carmi G. Raimundo, and Kathryn Bernardo.
I love her.
And featuring a kapuso star. First time nila magtambalan ni Kathryn.
Ang galing.
Alden Richards. Ang galing. So, first of all, congrats to the movie. After 1 week,
They are
have
like
had
breaking records.
319,429,863 pesos and 44 cents. I don't know where the 44 cents came from. Pero congrats. I'm sure maabot niya yung 600 million ng The House of Us last year.
Okay, well, yeah.
House of Us reached 600 million.
Wow.
And this is considering that it's just Kathryn without Danielle.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
well, Alden has his own fan base.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about the movie now. I've been so excited to watch it. It took me a
Yeah.
week to actually get to watch it because of a busy work schedule. And I was kind of deaf for a whole week because of some ear issues. So I didn't want to watch it coming in na
Yeah.
sobrang muffled yung hearing
Yeah.
ko. So finally, I was able to watch it last night. And I was so happy.
Mm-hmm.
It was worth the wait. So let's talk about the movie.
I
So,
loved it. Like, where do I begin with this movie?
maybe let's begin with the story.
Okay,
What was the
okay,
story?
yeah.
So it just showed Joy,
Yeah.
Kathryn, and Ethan, played by Alden, who meet in Hong Kong. They're both people, OFWs,
Yeah.
basically. And their paths cross, but they're in different points of their life.
And different timelines. I think
Uh-huh.
like the fact that si Cathryn as Joy had like 3 or 4 months, and then si Alden naman as
3
Ethan,
years,
he had the year. So I love that tension where, you know, that the movie opens with what was in the trailer na parang some places are just stopovers na
Ito, nandito yun.
Oo, parang-
may quotes akong kinuha. So, may mga lugar na pang matagalan. May mga lugar na
dinadaanan lang. Parang Hong Kong. Katulad ng tao, may mga taong dumadaan lang sa buhay natin. May mga taong babaguhin ka pang habang buhay. May gano'n
grabe.
na.
Drama agad, first line pa lang.
No, I mean, opening, it really sets the tone of maybe not so much of what you can expect, but how you should perceive
What the story is gonna
what
be.
the story is about, more than a love team.
Yes.
I think what I love about the plot with what happens is that we can discuss spoilers in a way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also, for anyone who hasn't watched it,
watch it,
pause
please.
this muna. Pakinggan niyo muna yung mga chika namin before this. But go and watch it. It's so good.
Yeah.
But to those who have watched, let's continue and talk about the film. Spoiler. This is a spoiler-heavy discussion.
Yeah.
So, yun nga, as Nat was saying, she was saying na, yun nga, it sets the tone for what kind of a movie it is.
Yeah.
Siyempre, unang...
The lens of it, parang what I was viewing it as, parang it wants to establish itself that beyond Alden and Kathryn pairing is that the setting of Hong Kong, the OFW narrative, parang all of those are so rich in itself. The family tensions pa, diba?
Yes.
Parang there's
With
a
both
lot.
parties.
There's a lot going on in this movie.
And they were able to
tie it
all together.
Like for me, it never felt messy. Na parang ang daming. It felt like a very dense and rich plot. Parang pati pa nga may plot pa nga na plot line about the exes.
Yeah.
Parang ang daming nangyayari without it being messy. And so
nothing feels forced.
exactly. Parang like the way scenes cut to each other. Parang they jump from the start, and then to bring the first opening scene back later in the movie. And when I was watching that with a friend, parang grabe talaga kami, as in like kumihiyaw kami. And I guess I missed that about watching in a Filipino theaters.
Yeah.
People are like,
Oo, grabe yung mga fans talaga.
like, and this was in Rob Mag, where it's not as masa,
Yeah.
but people were like, ay, tapos ako, ay, I mean, sometimes you hate yung sinehan na magulo. Pero parang ito, parang kami mga
Nakakadala kasi yung ganun eh. Parang ikaw din kinikilig ka. And actually parang ako, I'm a super Kathniel stan, and I love Kathryn and Bernardo so much.
I love them.
She's my true queen.
Yeah.
My true president. I'm sorry, Nadine. This is the third time I'm saying this on the pod.
Yeah.
But Kathryn wins my heart.
I mean, like, I don't even want to rank them, but there's such a special place in my heart for Kathryn because she's such a powerhouse when it comes to the pakengkoy, tapos pa-serious
or
na.
Or pabebe rin.
Pabebe. And this headstrong girl who wants to follow her dreams. Parang, ganun ang gandang becoming for her. Like, it feels
it's so
like,
mature.
Yeah, it feels like we're growing up with her. Even if, like, you know, you can say na, we parang given her roles, these kinds of things that she's been doing with like the House of Us and Barcelona. Parang grabe, like she owns these roles.
She really does. And this is, I've been watching some interviews and she's saying na this is the most challenging role.
Really? Okay, yeah.
Na kasi she had to strip herself down off of the artista-ness na ginagawa talaga niya yung ginagawa ng isang DH.
Yeah.
And more than anything, this is really a modern take on the OFW story.
I mean, I love that the film even references Anak, diba?
Nandun siya sa
Central. And it's so true because, you know, there's so many OFW movies out there. Parang we have a rich history.
We have Milan, Barcelona also.
Exactly. The setting and doing that. So, ang dami-dami ng ganun. What sets this apart for me is, I think, it's our generation's OFW movie.
It is.
It's a millennial take in which kasi siguro in older OFW movies
it's about a mom and her
exactly,
children.
The family and parang mas ganap yung
very
family
traditional in a sense. This one si Kathryn, she's a millennial and she's struggling kasi marami sa ating mga millennials na nagsistruggle na how do I put myself in between what my passions are, what my dreams are, versus what my family is like.
Exactly.
This is your practical life.
Practical versus
this is what
passion.
I want you to do.
Parang,
Pero may responsibilities
sense of purpose. No, I like that it's very well pronounced in the film that Kathryn, diba, she says at many points in the film na, ano ba yan, nag-aaral ako ng nursing tapos ito akong naglilinis. Parang, not because ang baba ng tingin niya sa paglilinis and pagiging DH, but because these are unfulfilled dreams. Na she wants to be fulfilled in her job. Na parang, ito yung purpose niya, this is what she likes doing. And I like na nga that they even show, di ba yung ex niya, nagkita sila sa train ba yun or sa bus?
Yung ex ba niya yun? Or friend lang niya?
Well, for me, parang ex, yung perception ko was her ex.
What I got from it was like, kaklase lang niya
sa or something, sa nursing. Yeah.
Pero sobrang nabastusan ako kay Jerome Ponce's character na parang, the way na sabi niya, domestic helper.
Parang tapos like your mom, parang gano'n.
Like rude. Who does that? Would you do that to someone you meet in Spain, for example?
Parang dapat nga sabihin nga sa akin, ikaw minimum wage worker ka lang sa Spain. Parang gano'n. Pero I mean, that scene, it sets the tension na, shucks, seeing your batchmates, seeing these people go on to achieve that. I mean, it's such a relevant thing among me and my friends. Parang a lot of us sometimes, you know, even if we're doing the things we like and our careers are going well, may ganun pa rin minsan na parang what's that more out there.
And you see a lot of your friends kasi parang, they're so successful.
Yes.
They're running their own businesses or, you know, may Twitter sila na.
Di yun success, no eh.
parang ganun na parang nakikita mo na bakit sila nakapag-establish na ng sarili mo while you yourself are still struggling.
Your burdens and
what we're talking about right now is the privileged point of view pa.
Exactly.
There's of course people who experience less than we do.
No, I mean for me, like I hesitate to call myself an OFW kasi by technicality I am, but at the same time my class struggle is not the same as when I walk around in Barcelona. Any Filipino, like there's an area kasi along Las Ramblas na talagang puro Pilipino. Makita mo talaga like you know, working in the restaurants, like scooping ice cream sa mga stands, and parang when I talk to them, it's nice to know how long they've been, how's their family, nandito ba sa Barcelona or nasa Pilipinas. Parang I know that my experience has been very different. Even if I'm technically considered sa Spain na minimum wage worker under my work visa, based on as a PhD student. So parang oo, pareho I'm sure they might even make more than me doon. Pero parang where they're coming from, wala silang, I imagine like for me, I always had the safety net of my parents and the family. Parang even if I was on a full scholarship, parang kaya siya. Pero,
and you can go back home.
And go back home.
Live a comfortable
exactly.
life.
Like may backup careers or whatever.
Yeah.
Well sila, they have to give it their all every single time.
It's their, ano na talaga it's their grind.
Oo.
And you know that, yun nga, that's what makes this movie so real na Hong Kong is the backdrop but not the glitz and glamour. We're in Hong Kong. Ang saya-saya ng Disneyland or something. Yun yung parang kay Ate V din naman na pinakita, or si Sharon Cuneta in Caregiver, na parang si Kathryn was, dealing with all these things as a young person. Si Ate V kasi in that movie, in Anak, matanda na siya Tatlo na yung anak niya. Si
parang
Kathryn,
natapos na yung period of wanting fulfillment, purpose. The purpose is now the family.
Yeah, but here, Kathryn's still trying to make herself...
Pasimula pa lang
Pasimula pa lang siya finding herself, what she actually wants. Because she wants to be a nurse in Canada. But is that, once she experiences that, yun nga ba talaga yung purpose niya? Or matutuwa ba siya?
Ang hirap na wanting these things and seeing your family somewhat sort of ungrateful. The scene that sort of killed me was when her family were asking for shoes, pasalubong, and parang
yung
alam
mukha
niya kung
niya
gaano. Ang ganda nun. That scene for me was, and she was like, ate, pabili ako ng ganito, ate, ganito. And her smiling through it to say yes para makapagbigay sa pamilya. Parang, ow, like that got me. The self-sacrifice, and it's more than an economic sacrifice. Her happiness. Parang I love that she's named Joy. Kasi parang
and
in the grit
irony of it.
The grit of it all is, her pace of her everyday life. Sinisigawan siya ng amo niya. She like it's so difficult. Parang I like that the movie portrays such a dynamic idea of an OFW na parang hindi lang, it's not a sob story. There's joy also.
Hindi naman siya tina-torture like
parang,
Ate V's. Like Ate V's amo. Diba?
Parang yung there's pain but there's joy in being able to give back to your family. And parang even like with, for example, with Sunday Beauty Queen, the documentary how many years ago was it? Parang 2015.
2016.
Okay, yun. Parang
the last great MMFF.
Imagine parang in the midst of these struggles of these people trying to make it work in Hong Kong, you can portray them as people who can find joy in the relationships, diba? And that's why I think nagiging mas special yung romance nila ni Alden.
Ni Ethan, na parang konting joy naman dyan sa mukha mo.
I mean, need a friend today, diba? Napaka-cute. Parang
because technically, parang mag-isa lang din talaga siya. Her mom has another husband na, and parang they're not in good terms. I mean, she does have friends, si Kakay, and I'm not familiar with the other actress. I think she's a theater actor, if I remember.
No, but there's and Maymay.
Si Maymay, isa pa. Syempre, siya yung mas baguhan. As in, batang-bata pa si Maymay. Kung if Kathryn is like our age, 24. Maymay is like 18.
No way, she's 18.
She's probably 18,
she does look. No, but exactly, for me, the supporting characters, grabe, parang nakakatuwa na they're not just there pampa-joke or pampa-anything, pati sila may drama diba?
It adds more layers to the reality that
because all of them are going through more or less the same things. Like all of them don't want to be there but are forced to. All of them try to make it work. Nagbebenta sila ng power bank. Like it's a collective struggle. And I think that's so important is even if you feel very alone, parang there's this whole community, there's this whole society in Hong Kong na it's just Philippine OFWs talaga. So
and
parang,
it's evident in the central scenes.
Exactly.
Yung may like Sunday Beauty Queen. Nagkaroon din sila ng Sunday Beauty pageant with Maxine Medina, which is really, really funny. Sobrang tawang-tawa ako na parang, oh my gosh, sinama talaga rin si Maxine.
Hindi mo rin na-expect, no?
Hindi ko rin-expect. Tawang-tawa ako nung lumabas siya. Parang to think that the character is
way.
someone who lives in America. I don't want to really be a basher, but like, where's the American accent? I don't know if they intentionally did that to have Maxine as a comic relief para mag-inggitan sila or whatever.
Yeah.
Pero maganda rin siya na hindi siya ginawang main plot point. Inggit siya, ganyan.
Speaking of like the whole inggit and whatever, what I love about it avoids the cliche of kalaban mo yung ex. Kasi this is my take on where Filipino rom-coms are going. Kasi noon, laging third party yung kaaway eh.
Yeah.
Dito yung kaaway mo is your partner wanting to fulfill herself eh.
Yes.
Yun na yung major, like, that's your man versus ano. Parang, I think the Filipino audience and our generation as the viewers, we have developed our taste to want more than just kabit. We don't want to blame another woman for why the relationship is not working out. We don't want to blame na kasi di pa siya over sa ex niya eh. Parang here, I loved how they showed you can have dinner with an ex and not like have it as a threat, diba? Parang ang ganda nun.
Parang it's a small thread in the plot line, but it's not made into a big issue.
Exactly. Parang
mga 5 minutes na pinag-usapan. Parang, okay. Which is, yun nga,
which is real.
I agree na parang, although this still has the makings of Pinoy classic rom-coms, it changes it into a modern way. It's
so well nuanced for our generation na parang kuhang-kuha niya yung I want, like with Kathryn's line na ano ba yun, yung I love you but I love myself more.
Yes.
Parang grabe yun. Like, totoo eh. Parang
saka yung parang ayokong ma-resent. I don't want to resent you just because I chose to love you and I didn't choose to to pursue my dreams. And yung isa pa na parang
it's so practical.
Ayan, ito. Hindi ako magkakaroon ng regrets dahil nagmahalan tayo. Natatakot ako umabot doon. Which you know na totoo yung pagmamahal nila na I don't love you na siya. Hindi lang siya I love you. Tapos yung parang yun nga, parang selfish ba na piliin ko naman yung sarili ko for once?
For once, grabe
diba?
When Kathryn delivered that, parang isang beses lang, parang wow, she got that. Kasi that frustration has been boiling eh. Parang kuhang-kuha niya yung
lahat
someone
na
problema
pinapasan niya eh.
Napuno na siya. Talagang napuno na siya. And that explosive scene was so parang wow, it felt like that was so good.
I was so like focused on the screen.
Yeah.
And parang yun nga, it speaks on so many levels. It could speak about their love. It could speak about you and your job.
Yeah.
Could speak about you and your family.
Yeah.
Parang ang dami niyang layers na pwede mong i-dissect.
Yeah.
And you know,
kaya nga sobrang relate ako in a sense na parang grabe talaga, like naiyak na ako early on in the movie when these scenes were happening kasi gets ko yung tension ng, for example, for me when I was deciding to go to Barcelona, parang ano ba yun, I was thinking shocks, like I mean, it's a privileged life pero mahirap pa rin to live on your own for the first time.
Yeah.
To be away from friends and family. Parang I knew my career needed to do that. Parang I needed to do that for me to advance as an academic, as a researcher. And I felt that. Like I really didn't want to go for a while. Parang I was like, shucks, do I stay in the Philippines? But I know my opportunity is out there.
Yeah.
So parang that was very relevant to me. Now I felt like, oh my God, this Kathryn, this amazing girl.
And si Alden kasi yung parang, si Ethan yung parang, I'm here already. I love you. Can't you just settle for me?
Exactly. I was discussing with my friend after the movie na parang, sino ka doon sa dalawa? Ikaw ba in relationship, have you been the Kathryn or have you been the Alden? Na si Kathryn parang, no, I have to put myself first. Pero you also have kaya I think it works on both ways kasi audiences can relate to either eh. Meron rin na times na nagbigay, ikaw yung ready na wala na akong pake, just be with me, diba? Parang grabe yun.
I can't relate on the relationship level.
I'm not na nakaka-relate. Ako na-relate lang ako sa career side siya neta.
Exactly.
Pero yun nga, parang I think what's relevant is people will see themselves in Alden as well na you just want to give and give because you want to make the person stay.
Pero kung ikaw si Kathryn kasi, parang kung ikaw yung tao na relate sa character ni Joy, parang maiinis ka lang dun sa kay Alden na parang, ano ba?
Oo.
Ito na nga yung pagkakataon.
Why are you holding me back?
Why are you holding me back?
Exactly.
So kung ikaw yung papipiliin ng ganun. Kung nasa harap mga si Alden Richards.
I've thought about that. I have to go. Yun yung feel ko.
Feeling ko ako rin eh. Kasi right now, I'm kind of having my own conflicts in my career. So parang I really felt Kathryn in various points of the movie, not just that confrontation between the two, pati sa boss niya and everything. So parang, it's just like, that's what really got me.
Yeah.
And probably, eventually, hopefully, I get to that point then, So that's very millennial.
So,
very
and I like that, it ends on a... the movie ends on a very unapologetic note in such that in an unapologetic way in such that
hello ate may kumakatok dito.
So tipong in like the movie does not say sorry for how it ends. Parang okay, this is how it is. I mean may pagka open-ended, you don't know how it is, but they're not together and that's fine. And that's how things have to be. That's a practical. I mean, di ba, ang dami nang nilang sinasabi, millennials are killing the blank industry.
Yeah.
Ito, millennials are killing this
cliche. What's your take on that? Like, why not? Why are generation X people so hell-bent on saying na ganyan naman kayo mga millennials, aalis na lang kayo. Pero parang, at the same time yun nga, the same joy thing na parang, okay, what about me? Can't I be happy for once? Why are you trying to hold me back?
And when you think about it, it's because this older generation made this economic and social climate for us. So malamang magre-resist tayo. Parang sasabihin mo, like Joy, why is she going to be a nurse abroad? Ganun. It's because these are what the opportunities are. Parang, I don't know, like you can't, there's no other way of looking at it as the practical. Like some people say kasi na parang, ano ba yung millennials, puro passion lang kayo, puro ganun. But if you think about it, this is just us making...
Papakainin ka ba ng passion mo?
Diba? Exactly. Parang,
yun yung central struggle sa The House of Us, diba?
I consider millennials very practical people pa rin. Parang they're willing... I've seen friends make so many sacrifices on what they really wanna pursue just because ito yung kailangan for the moment. And, they take these jobs, they take these positions kasi wala, yun talaga eh. That's how it is. And parang for me, for older generations to call that as selfish is very off and like, I guess, insensitive to what they've given us. Ano yung legacy nila sa atin? We're just adjusting and adapting to it.
And the times are changing.
Exactly,
I mean, yun nga. Pero you really need to find your personal space for growth. And it's really scary. Like, feel ko si Joy may halong takot din talaga yun na parang tutuloy ko na ba to? Ganyan. So parang it's really a complicated situation which is made like really beautifully into this movie na wow, it speaks on so many levels and layers as we've been mentioning again and again. I mean, that's how much I love this.
when she talks about dreams kasi, parang I like how in the earlier half of the movie it shows how she's saving up for it. And at the same time, you can want a dream so bad and be afraid of it when it's actually there na. Yun yung ang ganda eh. Parang, in the first half of the movie, she's making all these racket, yung nagpa-discount pa siya sa employer niya. Parang ang dami niyang ginagawa to make this the payment for the visa or something. Tapos, now that she has it, parang biglang may cold feet, biglang may relasyon, paano na? And that tension was played so well. Parang yun yung feel ko, parang it's true. You can have a passion and be afraid for when you finally have it.
Yeah, so ayun, sobrang lalim na ng usapan about career, about pursuing your dreams, about being a millennial.
And that shows how reflective the movie is. I think our discussion now, nagiging ganito, kasi the movie gave us a lot of material.
Yeah, and that's what I love about Star Cinema movies na, they really, I mean, not every Star Cinema movie is perfect or this good. I believe this is Cathy Garcia-Molina's
This is a unique
work.
one. This is a very
This is the
special.
best work for me so far.
Really?
And I believe it's probably her last in a while daw kasi I think she's
yeah.
going on a sabbatical.
Yeah.
Sabbatical. So,
Yeah.
you know, she left with something this
Great.
I mean,
It hit the like.
she's
it
had
hit
7
it all.
Sundays also and 4 sisters.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, it's amazing.
It's a legacy. It's a legacy of, and what I like nga, like I said, we've developed the Filipino market to want more, to ask beyond the typical cliches, like to be comfortable with an ending like this. Honestly, kung itong ending, you gave it, if you showed this movie 10 years ago, hindi siya bebenta. People will be like, ano ba yung ending na yan? Ano bang tension na yan? Ano ba yung, it would not have worked 10 years ago.
Papatok kasi
Exactly.
tayo yung market nito
And showing it now where people are conscious of what they talked about. Like, I loved how they even showed the social and economic tensions in their society. Like, for example, when they said kay Ethan na, uy, bartender, 3 times mas malaki yung kita mo kay sa akin. There's an awareness. It's a candid awareness of these social economic factors at play. At the
kung
differences.
resident ka,
Exactly.
kung may ID ka na
exactly.
ganito.
Yung class differences are so real, and it tells you what kind of lifestyle. Like, for example, sila Joros Gamboa, sila Alden, okay lang sila. Like, they don't have a lot to worry about. Meanwhile, yung mga DH, parang they live on a
Tatakbo
shorter...
sila.
Exactly.
Kailangan maghanap sila ng racket.
Oo.
So, ang daming nangyari.
Ang dami.
But before we end our discussion, hindi pa natin napag-usapan si Mr. Alden Richards.
Oh, yeah, not enough.
We've only talked about Joy because we feel for Joy.
We need to talk about Alden.
Alden is a revelation.
I think so. I came in not expecting anything because I'm not an Alden fan.
I'm not a kapuso.
Yeah, parang we didn't know a lot about, but like nasasabayan niya.
Nasabayan niya para siyang ABS-CBN actor.
No, and I think what was good was the way the role, it felt written for him. Parang I felt like hindi niya kailangan maging sobrang dramatic. Like, nandun na kasi kay Kathryn, you don't need, in the couple, in the love team, you don't need to na grabe yung melodrama and angst.
He's the lighter
He
character.
provided, like, ang ganda ng the playfulness, the flirting sa start. Parang ang ganda. Like, the texting, I don't love you eh. Pero, I don't love you eh. Yung mga tingin na yun, grabe. And I mean, the look, my friend and I were discussing, parang okay yung look niya eh. Parang bagay for that movie na yung with the slight goatee, with yung damit niya everyday. Parang grabe, fit na fit yung character.
And yun nga, parang I'd consider this the new generation Ash Lloyd or Sarah Henorman John Lloyd. Na parang random pairing, but it worked.
Yeah.
Parang you'd never think that Kathryn Bernardo would work with Alden because sobrang sanay natin sa
No,
Katniel,
we're so
Aldo.
used to the same love teams that I found it really funny pa nga na in an interview, Alden said na nagpaalam pa siya kay Daniel or nagpakita si Daniel parang during their shooting days, like Daniel flew into Hong Kong to surprise Kathryn, but he also had the parang...
Yun yung araw na nagsushoot sila ng I Don't Love You scene.
Okay.
Parang, syempre, si Direk Cathy was stopping Kathryn from using her phone or talking. Kasi mawawala ka sa character eh. I think I was watching this series ni Direk Cathy about this movie na pinapakita nila na I want you to be this person, not just play this person. Be this person. And for Kathryn, syempre, Kathryn lives a comfortable life as the top celebrity of the Philippines. Not that, I don't know if she's the top, but one of the top.
I mean, of this generation.
Of this generation, for sure. Nadine, Kathryn, those people. And yun nga, parang you really feel that all her emotion. And Alden, yun nga, nakasabay siya. And yun.
I mean,
gusto mong magpalahi sa lahi nila Alden. Kasi half ano ba sila na magkakapatid nila?
Oo nga.
Parang lahat sila half white. Jameson Blake, that other kid.
Oo nga, no. Oo. I mean, like, when you think of, ito yung isang frustration ko with what I wanted from the movie lang na, I mean, from the pairing, I wanted a kiss. Like an actual kiss.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
I'm like,
feel
why?
ko kasi it will like...
the love team, syempre. But why could we not have gotten a very, like, I mean, fine, cute yung mga pabebe, pa hug, whatever. Pero I just wanted one like good on-screen kiss from Kathryn and Alden. And
Yeah,
I think
they
it would have
had
worked.
a kiss on the forehead and the
I
hug.
was like, buduy, parang sarap sumigaw,
Pero I
buduy
mean,
lang.
yung a very special love series naman, it took them 3 movies to
exactly.
actually kiss.
Grabe. Parang, bakit, I mean, okay, I understand na our culture of cinema is like so built on these love teams na parang the fans get mad,
Yeah.
ganun. Pero, like, I just wanted to show na parang, it was just like all they had was that final week na nandun si Kathryn.
Yeah.
Why could we not have one kiss? Tapos ready na siya mag-propose. Parang
Grabe talaga. So, getting to the ending, yun nga, it's very open-ended.
Yeah.
Pinakita na Ethan had a ring. And earlier in the movie, he was already proposing to her na parang, you know what, marry me. Let's do this together.
Yes.
Just as a desperate call to...
Just to stay.
Yeah,
just
just
stay.
for her to
Exactly.
stay. But yun nga, it
Dami
ended
siguro
na
nakarelate
parang...
nun na they would do everything na parang...
Oh my gosh.
Oo, parang kaya yung siguro yung mga
Baka-
marurupok doon, nasaktan ng todo sa...
Si Alden yung pinakamarupok sa movie na yun eh.
Oo. Parang, like, with that ending na yun nga, Joy is here. Di ba Joy is here na kasi...
Hindi Joy was
yun. I wanted to talk about it. Kasi parang, ang ganda na, just because she left the country, it doesn't mean that there's
She's
any...
gone.
Exactly. There's no more trace of her. I mean, fine, they're not going on an LDR thing or arrangement or whatever, but, you know, that joy, that what you had for a short moment, it leaves a mark on both of them. And whether they get back together after 3 years or whatever, who knows? But that's not the point of the movie.
That's not the point.
And that's what recent cinema is for us now. The point is no longer the sila ba o hindi. Parang...
happy ending
happy ending ba o hindi? Natalo ba yung
Totoo na
kabit
siya
o hindi?
eh.
Totoo
Hindi
na
na siya yung fantasy.
Parang-
oh my gosh, my rich architect boss will fall in love with me as secretary. Something like that.
Exactly. So ito, the millennial fantasy now is naging
You get to pursue your dreams.
Naging fulfilled na tao ba ako? Yun yung tanong eh. Naging fulfilled na tao ba ako? Do I like what I'm doing? Am I happy at it? Am I good at it? Am I able to like solve whatever the needs I have at that time? Yun na yun eh. Parang more than aspiring for someone. The someone you aspire for is this better version of yourself. Your aspiration is the idealized version of these people. Parang, yun na talaga eh. I think yun yung very pronounced sa movie na yun. I think we've gotten hints of that the past years, the past 3-4 years.
It's amazing how, you know, even,
more than a trend siya. It's a whole movement of Filipino cinema recognizing this millennial tension.
and putting their feet on the ground and not just fantasies. We're so done with fantasy.
Fantasy ko
Hindi naman
makabayad
yung
ng rent
fantasy
eh.
na parang fantasy na not in a sense na parang may unicorns or may tikbalang, for example. But a fantasy na parang this is a good life.
This is the good life.
But here, this is real life.
Yeah.
Real problems.
Exactly.
Real tension. How do I... everything we mentioned.
And I mean, there's nothing against the movies that don't have that tension, that are lighter. Kasi those
They
provide...
serve their own
They serve their
purpose.
own purpose. But this movie is just like... parang all around siya. Yun yung,
Yes.
that's how I would say it is.
And it caters to so many things.
Yeah.
And yun nga, at the end of it, parang before I say by the end of it, yun nga, for me, it's a nice callback then na in that scene after the motel scene, na parang wow, na-shock. Legit, na-shock ako doon. Na parang, oh my gosh, are they really gonna do this?
Yeah.
And then apparently, obviously, hindi naman talaga.
Tapos
Pero
umiyak ka, parang shocks.
parang yun, it's a nice callback to that moment where he was like, Joy nga pangalan mo, pero wala naman, nasan ba yung Joy? And yun nga, Joy is here at the end of it. So parang it's really nice to have those
Joy
callbacks.
is here,
those
joy is
moments.
there, joy is everywhere. You know? Ganda doon, diba?
Joy to the world.
Joy
So yun, I don't know, there's still a lot to talk about, like Alden's own struggles. I mean,
Yeah.
Ethan's own struggles, like following his girlfriend.
The disappointment of the
getting
family. That was
deported.
very... he recognizes na nagpakatanga siya at some point in his life. And it's coming back to bite him in the ass talaga. Na parang, alam kong I did something wrong, but I want to make it right. And that's happened to a lot of people. You have that one mistake that sets so many things off. Pero this is someone who has come to terms with it na. Like, maybe at the start of the movie, hindi. Na parang nandun pa rin. I even like yung tension niya with his brothers, diba? Na parang na, ikaw na sana yung ganito. You threw it all away, which is true. Parang, that's what he did. But it's
hard. Sometimes you just choose what you believe.
Exactly.
Will like
exactly, and what you're saying now is what he's thinking at the end. Na parang it happened. I'm moving on. This is my life.
It's time to move
I'm now
forward.
moving forward. Exactly.
And yun, at the end of it, ang mga linyahan nila ay, I will always remember you as someone who allowed me to live my dreams.
Wow, sana all. Yun talaga sana all.
Sana all. And sabi ni Alden, I will always remember you as someone who believed in me.
Yeah.
Despite everything came along together, despite not having quote-unquote happy ending in it. Yan, balang araw baka magtagpo din ng futures nila. So what do you think? Does this open doors to a possible sequel?
I don't want a sequel.
I don't want a sequel to this either.
No way.
But it would be interesting. I mean, one more chance had a second chance.
Yeah, I like that it showed the iba naman yung tension like from relationship to marriage. Siguro yung
Ito yung parang what happens after you fulfill your dreams. Alden, Ethan might have his own bar.
Ano ba
all that.
Shocks yung kay there's a British movie na ganun eh. Parang although shocks it's so there's a Anton Yelchin.
I'm not familiar.
Shocks, i-google ko. Pero anyway, that movie, and Felicity Jones, basta with that movie, parang, when they go back, parang they meet each other again after LDR and they realize it's no longer the same. And parang ang gandang ganun. I think that could be a potential if they do like Crazy. So the movie is called like Crazy. So it's about a British and an American who start a relationship pero visa issues ganun. And at the end, spoiler alert, they get together finally. Pero the last scene was like, shit, are things still the same? Parang when you're finally together, sobrang nag-iba na kayo after years na you've grown separate ways or you've grown to be a different person. Same with
starting over again, di ba ganun?
Starting over again and Never Not Love You. I would say that as well. Kasi parang yung sa Never Not Love You, why, we're discussing endings here, but the ending of that was so cathartic na umiiyak lang sila sa kotse, remembering what things were. Kasi nga, they've changed. And I think millennials grow and they, your 20s is a time for you to explore these things, make mistakes, and figure out what works for you. And what's so nice is that how do you change while your relationship is there? Parang is your relationship just the context of these things happening? Or how do you
just really changing?
How do you take them along for your ride, diba? Parang,
and how do you reconcile with the other person who has gone,
who has supported you or who has gone away or
has gone through another thing on their own?
Pareho kayong nag-iiba. Parang what makes the love stories.
Ano yung Venn diagram? Nyo?
What's the overlap?
Overlap nyo. So, thanks for attending our TED Talk.
For
Hello, Love.
Masyado, no? Oo.
So, abangan nyo ang TED Talk for real about this. Sana ma-invite kami sa kakadakdak namin dito. So yun, that was I loved this discussion.
That was super rich. That was great.
That was, we tackled so many things aside from the story, our personal career stuff.
Relevant millennial
super relevant.
Issues,
so we will go back on one last break before our last bit of popcorn.
3-time Grammy-winning group Pentatonix, the World Tour, live in Manila on February 8, 2020 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Tickets on sale at ticketnet.com.ph or call 911-5555. Presented by Wilbros Live. #PTX Manila 2020.
Welcome back to Popcorn, your stop for all things pop. We are here in our last segment, the Pop Stop. So after all the hello, love, goodbyes, and
ito na yung goodbye
daming
natin.
feels, ito na yung goodbye. So hello yung popcorn love yung Hello,
The
Love,
movie,
Goodbye.
we loved
Because
it.
we love the
We loved
movie.
it.
And this is
True.
Goodbye. Our top picks and recommendations for anything pop culture this week. Well, I'm gonna just begin because I don't really have a lot because I've been kind of busy. So, first, of course, go watch Hello, Love, Goodbye. It's an amazing
Great.
movie. I love it so much. I love Kathryn. Go
Yeah.
Alden. I also support you now. I
Yeah.
stand. So hopefully this opens a lot more movies like this.
I'm excited for their next projects for sure. Parang and
Yeah.
for everyone else to step it up.
And magkakaroon din ng Main Mendoza, Carlo Aquino movie. So
Oh,
that's
really?
another thing.
Wow, okay.
So, abangan natin yan. And of course, Cinemalaya 2019 is still in theaters. I got to watch Annie. Go check our previous episode for more on that movie. And of course, I also watched John Denver Trending. It's a really painful movie to watch, but I think
Really?
it's a movie that
Okay.
kids these days have to watch for themselves. It's really painful, really compelling, but
Yeah.
really sad. So, there's a lot.
Yeah.
And another movie that speaks about the realities of being a Filipino, ito naman sa provincial aspect, not being an OFW. So, this one kasi parang it shows that technological advancements with Facebook, but at the same time how it affects people in rural areas like that. So,
Yeah.
go watch it. It's in several Ayala Mall cinemas and tawag doon, Evia Evia Cinemas.
Yeah.
Vista Mall pala. Vista Mall Evia. Go check that out, and along with all the other entries. So yun, those are my pop stops for the week.
Okay.
How about you?
I don't know, like I have been super into, well, not recently, it's been a while now, The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I've only seen like the
So
first.
good. So it was a required novel for me back in first year English.
Really?
And so I've read the book.
I love the book though. I finished that
Yeah,
one.
it was really good. And then when I saw it becoming because it's now in its third season,
Which
with
is
episodes
way
every
beyond
week.
the
Way
book.
beyond. And I really love how parang yun nga, you don't know what to expect what's next. How
Because you haven't read it.
How it has jumped off the book and how like the world and the setting, and it's such a good mirror to our times. Like especially for
I'm
the US
sure.
with immigration, with the laws against women's and reproductive rights. Parang grabe yung social relevance niya.
And the
So,
central female narrative.
Yes.
With the birth mothers
Yes,
and
yes.
all that. I mean, that's what makes the Handmaid's Tale
Yeah.
such a good story for me. I mean, I haven't seen the rest of season 1 yet,
yeah.
pero
No, but even
they're
the
really good.
visuals are stunning. Like
Yeah.
the colors, the shots, the framing. I'm not a film buff or anything related to cinematography, but I know this is really great. So yun for me talaga, like I love telling everyone to watch The Handmaid's Tale. And also save Tuca and Bertie. Like
yeah, after
Tuca
one
and
season it got
Bertie,
cancelled.
I mean, to be fair, I only heard about it when it got cancelled.
then you watched
and then I watched it, and I was like, how the hell are they canceling this? So I mean, if you're familiar with BoJack Horseman, then you could expect a similar style. So obviously, adult themes in a cartoon. Just because it's a cartoon doesn't mean it's shallow or tipong mababaw yung.
Come on, it's 2019.
Exactly. diba? So it's very vibrant, and you have Ali Wong and
Oh my gosh, it's Ali Wong.
yeah, it's Ali Wong who's the voice, and the other is, I will Google that. But the two of them are so good, and it's I mean, it's very. So these are two women in their 30s, and like what's super nice about it is they're not shy about talking about things like sex, career, mga very relevant to any millennial woman. And like, for example, men talking over you at work, mga ganon. So
it's like
ganda.
a female take on the BoJack narrative.
In a sense, oo. Parang it's definitely a female narrative, and I know the creator is also female. But it just works so well that I also have guy friends who love it. So
I'm gonna go check that
Tuca
out.
is Tiffany Haddish.
Oh my gosh, it's Tiffany Haddish.
Exactly.
Even
So,
better.
Exactly. So they're just, and Steven Yen is
Oh my gosh, I love him.
Steven Yen is Speckle, the boyfriend. So it's super cute.
Okay.
It's super. I
Sige.
love it. Like it's 20 minutes. So I would
Dali
watch.
lang ng ganun eh.
Exactly. So it's so easy to go through, and I finished it I think in 1 or 2 days, and it was really great. Yeah.
Okay, I will go check that out. And everyone else, check those things out. Especially, again, Hello, Love, Goodbye. Dagdagan natin yung box office
Yes,
nila.
support
It's
Filipino films.
It's already the top grossing
Exactly.
Filipino film of 2019.
Wow.
After just 1 week. So,
Wow.
go
Oh my gosh.
Star Cinema, get that bread.
Get that bread talaga. Get
And-
that pandesal.
Yes. Get that croissant. That pineapple bread. Dahil
Pineapple bread,
Hong Kong
yeah.
yun eh. So, that's it for our popcorn. Would you like to...
No, I mean, thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
Thank you for being here. This was a really great conversation. Dahil alam naman nating intellectual yung kausap ko.
Kaloka.
Showbiz na ako dito.
Showbiz. Charot ako rin yung showbiz. Never lang dito. Dispatch nga next time all the way from Spain.
Oh, sige, push natin yan. Pero yun, do you want to promote anything?
Oh my
Your Twitter
God.
account?
I promote
your blog?
I promote myself too much that I think you're sick of me. But if you remember that I was doing the Pilosopotania blog 2 years ago, and it has not been alive since, like, I think there are like 5 articles or whatever, but I told myself this 2019 I'm revamping it, so it's no longer pilosopotania.com. You'll see on my Twitter or something, but
Pilosopocancelled.
Apologizes.com. Lahat ng mga sorry ko so
I'm sorry, Twitterverse. Ganun.
So I'm releasing
Thought catalog.
Yun nga parang I think there are lots of things, so I want to cover my experience and maybe make it a bit more personal, because I also have my tiny letter, my tinyletter.com/granularity. That's where my personal it's like a diary of sorts,
which is sent to people who subscribe.
who subscribe. So that one is more my personal creative nonfiction, I would say. And my blog is more like, I used to think of it as for think pieces, but now I want, even for example, recipes, travel itineraries.
Maganda yan.
I think I want it to be more
lifestyle
holistic.
blogger na si Te.
Tapos bigla ako sponsor na, tapos sell out na pala ako.
May Sweet Escape photoshoot na siya.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll release that hopefully this month while I'm here. You'll see it probably on my Twitter. So
Okay, we will go look for that. So, yun, for me, follow Popcorn, of course, on all our social media accounts. That's at Popcorn with Cholo, at Popcorn W Cholo on IG, Twitter, Facebook. It's becoming a thing. Hopefully it is. And of course, to everyone listening, thank you as always. Thank you to Radyo Katipunan. Happy first year. Happy, hindi ko alam kung first year, but happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary
to Radyo Katipunan. This is not a Radyo Katipunan episode, but happy anniversary nonetheless. They've been so supportive about this.
Congrats.
And of course, go check out all our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and wherever you can find your podcasts. And keep on rating us and subscribing and commenting on Apple Podcasts and following us on Spotify. Sobrang daming ganap. Feeling mo, artista.
you can hear our voice everywhere, in short.
Yeah.
If you want to.
If you want to. And we have a lot of great episodes. Go check that out. Next week, I'm not quite sure. It might be the top 10 Filipino rom-coms coming off of Hello, Love, Goodbye.
Yeah. And I can't wait for your Taylor Swift episode.
Oh my gosh, that's another thing.
That's another
So
thing,
kung free ka, feel free to join. That's gonna be another long discussion. And I think I'm gonna be having the creators of John Denver trending as well. So abangan nyo yan. Just follow all our social media, and you'll see all the updates on Popcorn. So again, thank you so much for listening. Thanks, Nat, for hosting this.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And for inviting me to your shooting house. A new star is born. The Popcorn Podcast. So that's it for our Popcorn. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.